I really wanted everybody to be in. I think this is the one we wanted to sit in the seat.
That means we probably would all have to be over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted everybody to be in. I think this is the one we wanted to sit in the seat.
That's a delay.
We're gonna have to. Yeah. I really want everybody to be in. I think this is the one we wanted to. You on YouTube?
I was. I had to come off of it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to. Yeah.
My battery low.
Where do you add a title? You on YouTube? Where is it to add a title? Yeah.
When that popped up, do you click on that?
I did.
That popped up and it didn't work? Where it said add a title, you don't click right there?
I did. That's what brought me back here. I clicked go live. See right here? That's the only place I can click.
Click right there on add a title.
Right here?
The blue one.
That's what I've been clicking. See, it brings me back here. Where are we getting feedback? Who's also logged in somewhere else? Y'all logged into YouTube?
I'm not logged in with my audio side.
To YouTube? Oh, to Zoom? Does somebody that's logged, Mo or Danielle, are y'all logged in with y'all phone or something?
No, I'm not.
Me either.
So we can see who
That's y'all thing. Or Charlie.
Somebody that's logged, Mo or Danielle, are y'all logged
it's not
in with y'all phone or something?
No, I'm not.
Me either.
See, I can't see. Can y'all look at the mics and see? I can't see.
Mo's mic is open.
But y'all don't see where the noise is coming
It's
from?
coming from Mo. Mo, mute your mic.
See, I can't
It's from
see.
you.
Can y'all look at the mics and see? I can't see.
Mo's mic is open. Because I'm not on audio. You're the only mic that's hot right now.
Yeah, I might be the hot mic, but can you look at the speakers to see if anybody else is projecting noise? Because I should be the hot mic.
Right.
Yeah, I might be the hot mic. Can you look at the speakers to see if anybody else is projecting noise?
No,
Because I should be the hot mic.
This is on what? Instagram?
Yeah, I might be the hot mic.
You only have Zoom open? On this laptop, what do you have open?
I'm projecting to YouTube. This is what I have.
Okay.
I'm in Zoom and I went to.
I'm not in audio.
I'm projecting
We don't have volume coming from anywhere else.
I'm in Zoom. Okay. Let me get out of here.
I understand what you're saying. Like right now, I took everybody's mic off, so I'm just trying to hear their feedback.
So now I'm gonna go back into. Oh, okay. Okay, we're live on YouTube already. So okay, I got it. Okay, there we go. So you can unmute everybody.
I saw her hair go like this.
Cut it out.
No, you didn't. You were very calm.
I'm just joking.
You didn't. No,
She was like,
I got you.
now they're up.
Right, I got you, Chantal. You were straight, but I want you to scroll back up to the top and let's see.
Yes.
What's up there?
We haven't started on Instagram yet. Okay, we might have to go.
Use camera, use page, get started. Set up. I don't see where your title is.
I don't either, so we're gonna have to do it without it.
It's time to build some money. It's time to build generational wealth.
Where's our music? Can we get some?
I was just playing your Burna Boy.
I want to play my real
I'm at,
Deal
I'm at,
anthem today.
Myrtle.
Come on, get it. It's not a clean version.
North Carolina. One of them. I was-
We live.
Okay,
That's
I
a
ain't
clean version.
I'm not gonna
Clean
override
version.
y'all the team.
Yeah. Thank you, Ree. She's like,
So tonight we're
guys.
gonna have cocktails. We're gonna learn how to build generational wealth through tax liens.
I got my
I'm
speaker.
talking about, it's not all about the here and now. It's about leaving some stuff for our children to enjoy, you know, and our grandchildren.
Dang, do I have a
It's
deck?
about being able to.
We're so unprepared, Jesus.
Stick around, share my vibe.
I can't hear Mo at all.
You want me to send it? You want me to put the deck in the chat for you?
Okay. It's gonna take a minute to download, so we gotta start having the conversation.
All right, let me get that to you.
But let Mo talk.
Does
Cam know where she gonna sit her phone?
Yes, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Please tap the screen. Let's get some-
Welcome, 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 everyone. Am I live on here? I should be able to see. I should be able to go on my page.
Let's get some more people in here. Follow each other, follow in here. Listen to the information.
I really don't understand. This is different. Okay, so I should be able to see.
Tank, thank you. Yeah, you guys, tap the screen. There's some people in here. Let's build
I should be able to see.
Hey,
Hey, Kalita. Okay, I got it. I see y'all. I see y'all.
in here. In here. We're ready to go live.
Kalita's on Facebook. We got to start Instagram over here.
Yeah, somebody get the Instagram started. So like I
We
said,
on live on YouTube. We on TikTok. What's up, TikTok? Hey, TikTok.
It's my name.
in here. Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp is here to teach you guys how to build generational wealth for pennies on the dollar. I'm telling you, you can't just hold everything in your pocket. Spend some of that money and make some money. You heard.
You heard me.
Yeah, let's keep tapping the screen and get some more people in here. And don't forget, while you're in here, go ahead and follow each other. That's how you're gonna build your followers. Follow me.
You don't have to press that. It
Give me about
should.
2
Okay.
minutes to follow you guys back. I promise you, I'm gonna do it. I've been gone for a
I just
while.
put mine in there. I was like,
I used to go live every Thursday. I lost my sister, guys, my only sister. She passed with an asthma attack, so I have not been live in like 2 months. And, you know, it's just been really hard, but I'm back. The Boom Spaghetti Girl is back, baby. You heard me. The Boom Spaghetti Girl is back. But I'm gonna flip the camera so our CEO Chantel Owens can get started. So please take notes. Keep tapping the screen. Let's get some more people in here, okay? Please, y'all, take notes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Nate. Nate loves Mike. That's so sweet. I hope he loves you back, honey bunny. I don't know how to flip the screen. Yes, I do. Looks like we're ready to get started, guys. Y'all, please continue to tap the screen.
I was trying to get that one over there.
What do you need me to do?
Come sit down.
Come
Talk
sit
to
down.
us. All
Look, my TikTok want to see y'all.
right. You can. You gotta turn the screen
I
around.
did turn it around.
Oh,
They
okay.
see you, not me.
All right. Well, we have people on all platforms. We got Facebook in the house. We got Instagram in the house. We got YouTube Live. We're on Zoom, and we are finally on TikTok with the Boom Spaghetti Girl. And tonight we are coming here to talk about generational wealth through tax lien investing. We got the Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp team in the house.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over to Mo to do what we do every day as a team. Y'all going to get to witness this before we get started with our discussion on creating wealth. We are going to get centered. That's what we like to do.
Oh, so we gonna bring it to them live the way we do it. Okay.
All right. Well, can we pause the music for like 1 second, and then we're gonna get centered, and then we're gonna get this party started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mo Hodges. I am super excited that you guys joined us tonight. Before we get crazy, we do have a few seconds that we're going to have a little bit of calmness about us. So if y'all can just close your eyes for just a second and just follow these words and let them work their own magic. So tonight, for the next couple of hours, we want to make sure that we clear our minds of anything that's going on that that could prohibit us from receiving tonight's message. I want us to have fun. I want us to be honest and open. And I want us to walk away tonight feeling as if we are empowered to make our own decisions that impact us in a very positive way. Please let this information come out tonight as informational and transformational. So with that being said, the events of tonight are about to go down and we are now centered as a group. All right?
Thanks,
y'all
Mo.
ready?
So I'm not for sure that everybody can hear on Zoom, so we got to get a speaker. Can you look in there and see if you can find a speaker on the nightstand? Sorry, y'all. We just want to make sure everybody can hear, everybody's comfortable on whatever platform they're on, and we're going to get started. But before we get started, let's do a toast. Y'all want to do a toast? It's cocktails.
What? That's what we got these cocktails for, right?
All right, to teamwork, making the dream work, to good life, to wealth and health and prosperity, and to teaching others to do the same.
Amen.
All right.
All right.
All right. Open it up.
Let's get it.
Here, I don't know how to set
Ain't no wrong with a little cocktail, y'all. All right, so can we make sure everybody can see in here on every platform before we get started? We're gonna get a speaker going.
So I checked YouTube. Everything looks good. I see Julia, I see Mo, but I don't see you, Chantel. Only 2 people can show at a time.
Building generational wealth. We're trying to get money.
Is the Zoom screen coming through?
No. Are you sharing your face
Go
on
get your
another
friends, call them up and tell them.
I see you, Charlie B.
I am actually, I'm just
Look
broadcasting.
at all married.
Is your camera on? Your picture?
Turn your camera
Oh.
on.
There we go.
There you
Hey!
go. There you go.
There we go. There she goes.
Looking good. Looking good.
Okay.
Let's get some more people.
Okay, let me fix my background.
Look at you.
All right, there we go. Ooh, y'all like that? All right. Okay, so let's get this speaker going.
Tap the screen. Let's get
We're a
some
little
people.
rusty over here. We'll have our production person helping us out over here, so. How do I get this?
We're just trying to get the speaker going, guys, so you all will be able to hear us. And I hope you enjoy it. In the meantime, and in between time, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about myself. I'm 5'7". No, I'm just joking. What's up with you guys?
All right, how do I change these? Charlie, how do I change these speakers? How do I get this speaker to work?
What speaker you using?
The regular one that we normally always use.
Like I said, I usually go live on Thursday.
Oh, like make sure it's turned on, then go to your Bluetooth settings and select it. And sometimes you have to press the Bluetooth button on it so it can connect. And make sure your
Okay.
other devices
Add a
are connected
Bluetooth
to
device.
it.
Go check out some of my videos.
Yes, ma'am.
These technical difficulties. Please leave a comment, share. Please do not love bomb me.
Then what? I don't. After that, I don't know what.
Don't scroll and like.
Then it should. Then you sometimes you have to press the Bluetooth button on the device to make
I
sure
did.
it's
But
discoverable.
what am I looking for?
I'd rather you look.
It should pop up like as a speaker in your Bluetooth settings or your sound settings.
Don't do that to me.
All right.
Audio is perfect, and make sure that you're sharing that.
Okay,
If
so
you guys have any any questions in regards to TikTok, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that.
That's good on her.
Hit me up on my inbox, ask me questions here. I do not mind sharing this info. One thing, if you're new to TikTok, you need to be trying to put on content at least do, like when I first started, I was putting on like probably about 5 videos a day.
Okay, I see it. Soundcore.
Right. Real appraisal.
You need to upload about 5 videos a day. And you'd be surprised how fast people will start following you. And then
I don't want to
also,
say your name wrong.
do not be ashamed to go
On
on
media.
people's pages and like 2 or 3
Awesome.
of their videos. I'm telling you, people like that. Don't you like when they do it to you?
And we have our DOE. She's on TikTok.
All right, Mo, say something.
Hey, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
TikTok is
It says trying to connect your device.
So, yeah.
underscore.
Number 1, do some content.
What's the
You know, go on my
I don't know what the
page and do some
TikTok
of my
is.
stuff.
Hold on, let me
Real
see.
easy stuff. Go on my page and do some of my stuff.
So we're on TikTok, Georgia Tax Boot Camp.
Add a little twist to it or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just go on my page and grab some of my stuff. Even if you don't leave a comment, if you
That's
just
crazy.
like some of my stuff, just go grab some. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not.
I heard
Well, we are very rusty, but we getting it together.
Underscore AKA.
Thank y'all for being patient.
That's how we are running.
That's not the one.
I mean, I don't do that. Because like I said before, a lot of people might be watching me to figure out how to do content. I used to be that person that didn't have content, so I still follow you.
So where's
But it is
that?
nice when you go in and change your name.
Mo, say something.
Can you guys go ahead and
Mic
share-
check, mic
share
check,
my
1,
live?
2, 1, 2.
Follow,
I don't, mm-mm.
follow each
I don't know
other,
who
follow
device
me, I'll
that
follow you back.
I'm on TikTok.
Her name is Julia Jules.
Yeah, Julia Jules Jade.
Julia Jules J. Go follow her.
On TikTok.
She's working on building up her content too.
Seems like
Yeah,
something
for real,
else
for
is
real. Tap the
connected.
screen. Let's get some more people in here.
Oh, my phone, maybe.
Wow, I haven't been here so
What is
long.
this?
I was just trying to see. It
One
won't
person on
connect.
Live now. I don't know. That's never happened to me. That's crazy. So please, let's get it started.
All right, we gonna have to get it started without
Speaker.
yeah, without, but they're not gonna really be able to hear Mo and the rest of the team. Yeah.
It's not connected to the
You can
speaker.
share my live. I haven't been on in a long.
I see the speaker, but it won't connect. I'm wondering if it's because my phone might be connected. Go to Bluetooth, but I thought I disconnected.
Yeah, make sure your
Okay.
Bluetooth is off on your phone.
Yeah, it is, but I'm not for sure why. Maybe it's Julia's. Julia, have you connected to this speaker before too, haven't you?
Let's try to get a pro party started. Let's get some more people in here. Tap the screen. Let's get some more people in here. While you're in here, share my live. While you're in here, also
All right,
follow one another. Grab one another.
Maybe,
Then I can be connected.
okay.
And is anybody sipping on anything on this day?
Well,
It's usually Thursday, but I guess today is
see if your laptop will connect to it then, and if we'll just switch. All right, well,
Hey guys, thank you guys for coming in. Welcome to my live. Chris Taz 4 and user 397, all those other numbers. That's too many numbers. But yeah, Chris,
If y'all get started, I'll work on it.
please go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you. Give me about
did somebody send a deck or no?
Because I'm on vacation
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
uploading it now.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. We're just gonna have to roll without it tonight.
Okay, well, I'll have my, okay, all right, we can roll without it. I have it up though, if you, can you see my screen?
I have an old deck. We can, you
I
know.
have a
Yeah, the one from last week.
Candy, I'm doing
Hold on, 'cause- yeah, because
we're doing
let me put that one in your clip.
webinar type of live.
Is that
Was it
TXB?
soundtrack?
No, it's not. It's sound floor.
Sound.
For like $10, and I'm tripping because the whole TikTok is different now. Like I see
Yeah, it's
pictures
connected to
at the top,
hers.
and I'm like, what is
It
going
won't even let
on?
me discover it.
But can you guys please go ahead and tap my screen and share? And hey, who's that call me Cambo? Chi-Town,
All right. Well, y'all ready to get started? Y'all ready? Y'all know y'all about ready to hear us talk about some tax liens, about creating wealth, how I created my wealth, how we can help you create wealth. We got to get this Cambo over here having her own conversation. All right, we got one more member. All right, so hopefully everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? Show me some love if you can hear me on Instagram. Can y'all hear me on Facebook? Can somebody check and see? I can't see this far. Where our other person go? We just can't get it together.
All four just can't sit down at one time.
All right. Well, we checking to see if they can hear us on Instagram because they didn't show us no love.
Yes. Can y'all hear?
Can they show us some love? Can they share our live? Yes, thank you.
Can y'all show
All right, Facebook. Let's see.
Thumbs up.
Can y'all hear us on Facebook? Kalita?
Speaker, please show some love.
All right. You there, Kalita?
TikTok, if you can hear.
All right. YouTube. I can't see what's going on YouTube though.
So they can hear you over here.
All right. Well, let's get started. Let's get this party started right
Quickly.
Y'all want this party started quickly. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off.
Set it off.
Set it off. Set it off.
Oh, we showing our age.
Right.
Boy. All right, well.
They like, go Queens. We can hear y'all.
All right, well, let's get the conversation started, y'all.
Want to stay up there?
What y'all want to talk about?
Thank you. You're the only one show some love. I appreciate it.
Well, first of all, let's get our social media out the way because if you're listening tonight, we want you to connect with us on social media because we want to engage with you as much as possible. We want to give you as much information as possible. So if you are on TikTok, please share this with other people while you're listening. Can y'all give us a share? If you're on Instagram, please share this with other people. All of our tags is at GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. GA Tax Lien, and that for all y'all who might not know, lien is spelled L-I-E-N. Boot Camp.
Except after C.
All right, y'all. So please go follow us on all our social media: Facebook, GA Tax Lien Boot Camp; LinkedIn, GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. Our website is intro.GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. Okay. All right. So what y'all want to talk about?
I think we should probably introduce ourselves so these folks.
Okay, let's introduce ourselves.
Introduce yourself.
Right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on.
Well, my name, it's Cam.
Awesome.
Girl.
Oh,
Introduce yourself.
Right on. Introduce yourself right on.
my name
It's
Kelly. I'm a newbie. And I'm working it.
Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Now my
My name is Julia. Real estate.
Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on. Well, my name
Okay, someone's
Okay, but we got
Hold on, that ain't everybody. Danielle.
GA Tax Lien Boot Camp, but we got to give our online team a chance.
Come on, online. We got online team. Hold on.
Got to go to YouTube to see it though.
Yep,
All right, y'all.
Chime in.
Introduce yourself right on, right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on, right on. Introduce yourself right on.
I'm Mo.
Yeah.
I know.
Mo, you supposed to have that together, Mo. That's it.
All right.
All right.
Introduce yourself
Right on, right on. Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on, right on. Introduce yourself right on.
Look, hey, I'm gonna rock it acapella. Drop the beat, drop everything. Yeah. My name is CP and I'm production manager. All right, I'm done.
Come on now.
Introduce yourself right on, right on.
Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on, right on. Introduce yourself right on.
My name is Danielle.
Yeah.
My camera's not on,
Yeah.
but y'all gonna have a good time tonight and learn a lot.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on.
My name is Pinky.
Yeah.
The new team.
Yeah.
Go up to Pinky.
Yeah.
Go up to Pinky.
Yeah.
Who else?
All right.
Introduce yourself. Go them hearts up.
All right, y'all. All right. Okay. We got warmed up, had a little fun.
Somebody said right on. All right, so let's tell them how to get on our YouTube and all of that stuff.
All right. We told y'all how to get on everything, but we're going to tell y'all one more time. So you can follow us anywhere, and it's GA Tax Lien. That's LIEN. GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. That's everywhere. You can go on YouTube, search GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. Facebook, GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. Write it down. You can go on Instagram, GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. So that's where you can find us everywhere. And TikTok, GA Tax Lien Boot Camp. So that's where you can find us. If you want to see our screen and what we see right now, you can come on YouTube with us and be able to see our screen. All right. All right, team, what's up? Let's talk to the people. So I know many of y'all are basically wanting to know, what is a tax lien? Anybody got an idea what's a tax lien?
What's a tax lien? Tell us.
I don't know. I didn't forget.
Oh, not the queen.
Not queen.
But before we get into that, do you think that maybe these folks might want to know why we even here? Because lo and behold, I think that the story surrounding that is just crazy. That's gonna let them know where the tax lien is right there.
So basically, Mo said, let's talk about why we're even here. How did we get here? What are we doing here? Why are we even teaching people about tax lien? Why aren't we just hoarding this information for ourselves and, not even sharing with anybody? So what's up? Why are we basically teaching people, or what are we doing here, y'all? What are we doing here?
Well, number one, we're on holiday because we're on the beach. That's number one we're doing. We're sipping and getting ready to learn about generational wealth. That's what we're doing here.
That's what we here
What's
for.
that message off?
My battery.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, again, our company is GA Tax Lien Boot Camp, and our mission is to teach 1,000 families how to create generational wealth through tax lien investing. So that's why we're here tonight, to make sure that this word gets out and that we're basically, fulfilling our mission.
You know what? I think that's important, that if we're going to do this thing on this type of stage, and give the audience everything, we gotta get the legalities knocked out real quick. So let me go ahead and take care of that. So can everybody hear me?
Thank you,
Okay.
Mo.
Everybody can hear me.
Not on the other platforms. We're gonna need some help from the team.
All right.
I'm gonna turn this around so that they
You guys
can.
can hear Mo, our other team member, so I'm gonna have to repeat some of the things he says for you.
All right. So first off, the material that we're gonna talk about tonight does not constitute any type of legal advice. All right. You with me, Cam?
So tonight, everything we tell you, it does not constitute any legal rights.
Legal advice.
Legal advice, right?
That's right. I'm not a lawyer or an accountant, so I can't offer any legal or financial advice.
Guys, tell me if you can hear him or not. He's not a lawyer. He cannot offer any legal advice
None of
or
us
counsel.
can.
None of us can on this team.
All right. So if they can hear me, I can talk louder, Cam, if they need me to talk louder.
Yeah, let's get it.
Can you please? Can you
All right.
guys hear?
And I think just for this part, we should be okay.
Okay, great.
All right. So any other information that's presented tonight is from all of our personal experience and is meant only for entertainment purposes only. An attorney, accountant, client relationship is not presumed or intended by y'all being on this presentation tonight. This information should never, ever replace any type of informed legal counsel. And you guys don't have permission to record tonight's segment. And then lastly, and this is the last of the really, really serious stuff, we do not guarantee results, okay? So if you got a college education, real estate license, or any type of different certificate, you have to actually do some work to go along with that education. Our platform is no different. So we don't guarantee results. You still got to put in some work in order to be successful. All right, so we got that out of the way. Everybody connected with us on social media, right? Because I know Chantel brought that up earlier. So if you're not on all of our platforms, get on those platforms tonight. GA Tax Lien Bootcamp. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Meetup, Instagram, YouTube, MoTube, YoTube, everybody too. Make sure that you are with Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp. All right. We appreciate y'all and want y'all to stay with us and follow us foot to foot so you know exactly where the money train is going. All right, Chantel.
Okay, Mo, I want you to keep going for me for a little while. I'm just trying to get this speaker connected.
All right. So I think it's important that y'all know kind of a little bit about our backgrounds and how we got started in tax liens. And I guess I'll go first while Cam and Julia is helping getting some of the technical stuff straightened out. So for me, I joined Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp almost 4 years ago. This was shortly after Chantel launched this company. And I've known Chantel for a number of years, but the one thing that got me is I knew her when she was first going out doing tax lien work by herself. She was doing her own due diligence, and we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. And she was actually buying properties, and I didn't really understand the magnitude of what she was actually starting to build because, again, she came from corporate America with me, and I always thought that, you know what, we doing these different things out here, but what's going to really deliver us? Because when she walked away from corporate America, I was still doing the exact same thing. So as I learned that she was doing tax liens, and then she started to teach other people how to do tax liens, it just really got my attention that, I'm starting to see her on YouTube and doing these different things and speaking at different events. And I'm like, hold on. I knew her when she used to work for me. And I also know that anybody can get started in real estate. So then I started to pluck her mind a little bit more because, she kind of private and don't really talk about she's not very flamboyant. And I was thinking to myself, like, what in the world is going on? Because this seems a whole lot bigger than what you're portraying. So eventually I got up the nerve to ask her, you know what, can I come and do a speech in front of your classes and just get started? Because I said, I might have some ability to be a motivational speaker. And lo and behold, I went to her, I went to her first class and spoke. And that was about all of 5 minutes. And I was hooked from that point on. And I said, I have to know more about what you're doing with this tax lien thing, because this whole thing is crazy. And I knew she's just like me and just like you, wanting a different way out and wanting that time freedom and financial freedom that being wealthy affords you. And when I saw what she was doing and learned about tax liens, then I came on to her and I said, you know what, Chantel, I actually want to learn this business because I want to teach it too. I want to have people crowded around me saying, hey, how can I build generational wealth for my family and for my friends and do things a little differently? You know why? Because your story sounds similar to mine. And as I noticed that people were saying that, and I could put myself in those same shoes to say, you know what? Her story just like mine. I can do that too. I don't need to have some special degree or some special skill or whatever. I can just be a hardworking person that says, I want something better for myself and for my family and for my future, and actually make it happen. That's what got me attracted to tax liens. So I know I probably jumped around a whole lot because I got a whole lot more I could tell y'all.
Right.
But that's what really got me going, was that this is something that anybody can do. And if I'm willing to put in time doing it, I can actually be successful at it and stop working and go on vacation and leave something behind for the kids and be one of those people that say, you know what? I got kids that's coming up saying, I do have a silver spoon in my mouth because my parents left me this pot of gold that the only thing I have to do is manage it. Now I'm gonna teach them along the way how to manage it, but we're not starting out at zero. So I can get,
Hey, Mo.
I better get off this soapbox. Yes, ma'am.
Hey Mo, we about to switch so we could we're gonna join from another computer so we can get this speaker right.
All right, okay.
All right.
Do I just wait or do you want me to keep talking?
No, just wait for 1 second.
Don't leave us, Mo. Don't leave us.
I'm here. Y'all done got my whistle, my whistle wet. I'm ready.
Yeah, I know, right?
Disconnect this. I can't see.
All right, give us a minute, guys. This is a perfect time for you guys to go ahead and refill your glasses. We're trying to get the speaker on because I know it's hard for some of you guys to hear. Yeah, we're trying to get the speaker on because I know it's hard for you guys.
Can you hear us, Mo?
Yes, I can.
See, I got it fresh.
You are muted. Somebody got me muted. I need to be unmuted.
I got a fresh.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Y'all got a fresh one? It's time to get a fresh
I
one.
shouldn't be muted. Oh, this is about to go dead now. Jesus.
So it's okay. You can plug it right here or right here.
We need we need to find that Kelly guy.
All right, y'all give us a minute. We were on a roll, right? I see some of y'all stuck around. If you can go ahead and pop me on the forehead. Pop me on the forehead. Let's get some more people in here. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, it's some really, really interesting. I'm so glad you guys are sticking around.
Yeah.
But go ahead and share my live if you don't mind. And hey, what's up, bro? I see you, Top Shelf. I see you. But share my live. Let's get some more people in here.
Okay, Mo, can you hear me?
Those of you on Instagram, go ahead and please share the live. Let's get some more people on Instagram.
Oh, they can't hear me.
Y'all can hear us on YouTube. Go ahead and share that. So, Top Shelf, I know you're a little late coming in, but we are doing a free seminar or live, I guess you could say, on how to build generational wealth through tax liens. And we're at Myrtle Beach, still in the Mo. Top Shelf, are you in North Carolina or South Carolina? Because I'm here at the beach, baby. Top Shelf, I'll be here in South Carolina till Thursday
Mo, can
morning.
y'all hear me?
Yes.
Thursday morning. Top Shelf, what are you
Okay, we can't hear you.
Give us 5 minutes. He's talking and we can't. Top Shelf, I'm just not looking at the camera. I mean at the thing. I'm so sorry. I'm just.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
It went back down.
Thanks for sharing, everybody. Share my live. Let's get more people in here. Let's get some more of our people in here learning
Oh
about.
my goodness, y'all.
tax
Okay,
lien.
I thought I had it, but
He said he could hear you, but we
2 hours away. Yeah, we're gonna be here till Thursday. That's what I'm telling y'all. Go live. It'll
it
probably
says
be easier to listen to it from the phone.
Bluetooth. Oh, headphones. What's this?
Bluetooth to the phone is gonna be so
No.
much easier.
Now, can you, Mo, say something?
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Mo.
Mic check,
South
check
Carolina.
on the wheel.
Bro, you see how I'm letting my gray grow out?
Baby.
You see how I'm letting my
We
gray grow
can't
out?
hear you.
There's a
We
big,
can't
big
hear.
mosquito.
Thinking of the master plan. I got nothing but scotch inside my hands.
So nice to be back on TikTok.
Oh, is it on the right speaker?
What did you just press that? Put the speaker on.
You like it?
It's not on the, oh, it is on the right speaker.
Hey, Black Helen. How are you, Black Helen? What's up? I'm back.
Can y'all hear us?
Yep.
I am back.
You hear me? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Woo!
Hey, let's
Oh,
get
my
this
goodness.
party started.
Mo, say something.
Mic check,
That's
mic
Mo.
check. Mic check, mic check.
Why is it still low though? Mike, could you keep giving us a mic check?
Yep, mic check, lottie dottie. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some friends that's on the mic. And when we rock up on this mic, we rock the mic. Well,
Hey, y'all.
Okay, can y'all hear Mo on Instagram? Mo, keep going.
for all of y'all, keep a yawn in here just to see you smiling and enjoying yourself, because it's cool when you're causing cozy conditions and where we create, because that's our mission. So listen to what we say, because this type, but it happens every day. I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning. I gave myself a stretch up. Y'all don't want this old school.
They say, yep, we can hear you. Okay, they can hear you fine. TikTok can hear you fine. Instagram can hear you fine.
All right, so now I need to log back on so they can see my screen again.
Okay.
And then we'll be good to
We
go.
got it. Let's do this. All right, ladies.
We worked that out.
All right, ladies.
Don't let the gray beard fool you. I throw my gold chain and my Adidas with no shoes, with no shoelaces.
Okay, absolutely. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's get ready to rumble. I just want to rumble around in my cash flow.
All right, so I don't know if they're gonna be able to hear me though, because
Speak
no, whatever the audio in has to face.
Turn it, spin it around. Face her.
Well, can you hear? I mean,
In case you're testing us.
Mo, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you fine, Cam. I can hear Chantel too.
Chantel?
let me know when you can't hear her.
Testing.
Yeah, I can hear you, Chantel.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. All right. Y'all can see my screen?
Is that you sharing the
Yep.
deck? Okay, we can see.
All right. Okay, so y'all can see my screen. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Where we at? I can't see nobody now. All the things turned around. I can see Instagram. I can't get no play with. We got Facebook. Can I see Facebook? Hey, TikTok. All right, Mo. Well, I'm gonna let you go while we get ourselves together over here.
Oh, okay. Let me do this. I got it.
So now Instagram wants to see one of these screens.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this around.
All right.
I'm just trying to make sure they can hear you.
All right. So this is Facebook Live right here.
TikTok, I think what happened is we started our concept too early.
Is this
before we
Facebook
put
Live?
everything together.
Is this Facebook Live? Where's Facebook Live? Where's Facebook Live?
Oh, Zoom is not going to Facebook.
Mm-mm. Y'all see us on Facebook Live. Oh, we still live on Facebook? Yeah, we still live on Facebook.
Okay.
So can y'all see us on Facebook though? Cause how is our camera on Zoom and Facebook? All right, we're gonna roll.
Don't roll with us.
Yes, let me try Facebook. Radio version. Okay, Tamia, we got our volume situated. So Facebook, can y'all hear us and see us? That's what we need to know, Facebook. Tamia, Aretta, can y'all see or hear us?
Yes.
All right. All right, y'all. So Mo, you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right, Mo. So what's a tax lien, Mo?
All right, so y'all want to get into some nitty gritty about tax liens, right? So enough playing around. Let's go ahead and get started and let's start talking about it. Well, first off, tax liens is kind of like a generic term that folks like to throw around, but it's actually broken down into categories. So we have tax lien certificates and we also have tax deeds. So a tax lien certificate is the purchaser's proof of payment of a tax lien entitling the bearer to interest upon redemption. Now, tonight is going to be a little reduced, so we're not going to talk in a whole lot of detail about each and every category, but you'll have a somewhat understanding of exactly what they are. So some states use tax lien certificates, and that's the purchaser's proof of payment of a tax lien entitling the bearer to interest upon redemption. And I'm going to talk about what redemption means in just a second. So if you win a tax lien in a tax lien certificate state, then that's what you will receive as a receipt that basically entitles you to interest if the original homeowner redeems that property. All right. Then we have what we call tax deed. A tax deed is the purchaser's proof of it's a receipt that entitles the bearer to the actual property itself right at the auction. So basically, this is saying that if you buy a tax lien at a tax deed state, that you own that property outright. Yeah, thank you for putting that on the screen. So that is a deed that's sold in exchange for back taxes owed, and in most states, the tax deed purchaser owns that property outright. So that's where we start to talk about actually what goes on here in Georgia. And Georgia is a redeemable tax deed state. It's a hybrid of both a tax lien certificate and a tax deed. So it's got attributes of both. So what do I mean by redeemable? So in some states, in both a tax lien certificate state and a redeemable tax deed state, the original homeowner has the opportunity to get that property back. They can redeem that property. And here in Georgia, since we're a redeemable tax deed state, that person has 365 days to get that property back or redeem that property. All right. However, if you are the tax lien purchaser, you are entitled here in the state of Georgia to a 20% interest penalty that the original homeowner must pay you in order to get that property back. So let's talk about what that means to you as a tax lien investor. All right. So I told y'all we was going to get serious. So I'm not rapping la-di-da-di anymore. That means that if you buy a property here in Georgia, let's say you go to the auction and you spend $5,000 on that property, that means that you have the opportunity to own that property free and clear. All right. And you just bought it for $5,000. Now, because the law says that the original homeowner can redeem it within 365 days, now you get the opportunity to get a 20% interest penalty on what you paid for it at auction. So that means if you bought a property for $5,000 and the original homeowner says, I want it back, you have to give it back, but it's 20%. That means you get an extra $1,000 added to your $5,000 for a grand total of $6,000 you're getting back. So now you got an extra $1,000 to go and reinvest into your tax lien journey. Did y'all understand what I just said? You get 20% here in Georgia. All right. So in a second, we're going to tell y'all who the big boys are in tax lien investing and why they invest in tax liens. But I want that to marinate for just a second. You go to auction, you pay $5,000 for a property. You're looking to get that property, right? Because you're a tax lien investor. That's what attracted you to this, right? But in some cases, the homeowner could redeem it based on the law, right? And if they redeem it, you get 20% here in Georgia. But guess what? Some states, it's higher than that. We're going to talk about that in just a second. All right? Anybody on my panel got something they want to say about any of this? Or
well, I was just say, let's just give a review. Let's just see if they understood, you know, what a tax lien is, what a tax lien certificate is, what a tax deed is, what a redeemable tax deed is. That's a lot of words thrown around, you know, on a random, you know, is it Tuesday or Wednesday, y'all?
Tuesday.
See, I'm on vacation, so you know, I don't even know what day it is. I'm at the beach.
Well, I'm retired, so every day is a vacation.
All right, so let's talk about one, how we can get y'all on vacation every day at the beach, if that's what you want or whatever it is you want. But also, you know, let's talk about those terms, because those terms, people use those terms loosely. They kind of use them interchangeably, like they mean the same thing, they misuse them. So let's like really go back and break those terms down for y'all. So a tax lien, what is a tax lien? A tax lien basically is a legal claim that the county has because property taxes has not been paid on a property. So a bill is past due, a person doesn't pay, the county now can put a lien on the property so that they will be able to collect the funds that are owed to them. And what is the real reason why counties want to collect those funds? They want to collect those funds because they have business to take care of. They have to pick up your sanitation. They have to supply utilities for you, like water. They have to pay county workers. Many of you may be county workers. So a big portion of the county's budget comes from property taxes. So when property taxes aren't paid, the state says that the county can put a lien on that property so that the county can collect that. So that's all a lien is, you know, basically a judgment or a claim against someone's property for back taxes owed. So that's everybody clear on what a tax lien is. Y'all clear? TikTok, y'all clear on what a tax lien is? Instagram, y'all clear on what a tax lien is? Any questions about what a tax lien is? Don't ask me about tax lien certificates, tax deeds, redeemable deeds. All I want to know is, do you understand what a basic tax lien is? All right. Now we clear on what a tax lien is. When the county now has the right to put the lien against the property, what are they going to do with it? They put it on the property, but how do they get their money out of the property? Well, they now can sell that lien at auction. And they have a couple of different ways they can sell it. They can sell it as a tax lien certificate. They can sell it as a tax deed. And here, well, I'm not actually in Georgia right now. I'm in South Carolina at the beach. Did I say I was at the beach? Anyway, in Georgia, where I actually live, they can sell it as a redeemable deed. So they can sell it as a tax lien certificate. They can sell it as a tax deed, and they can sell it as a redeemable deed. Now, Mo told y'all what a tax lien certificate is. So a tax lien certificate it says certificate on it. It's a piece of paper, and that's pretty much it. And what that piece of paper does, if you buy that certificate, is going to entitle you, the holder of that certificate, to interest. So let's say you pay $1,000 for that certificate, and let's say, depending on what state, you know, let's say they will guarantee you 12% interest. And let's say there's a 12-month redemption period. The redemption period is the time frame that the original homeowner or anybody having an interest in the property can come back and redeem that property, meaning pay you that $1,000 plus whatever interest is owed. So let's say it's 12% interest. So now with a tax lien certificate, the interest is accrued interest, annual percentage rate, meaning it's going to accrue over time. So let's say 12% interest on $1,000, right? So let's say a person comes and redeems in month 3. That means you're going to accrue 1% interest per month because you have a 12% interest rate. There's a 12-month redemption period, right? So that means you're going to accrue 1% per month. Does that make sense to y'all? So if a person comes and redeems, they're going to have to pay you $1,000 plus 3% interest, right? Now, for many of you, that you may be like, "Oh, that's not a lot of money," right? But in a minute, I'm going to show you how it can be a lot of money and how it becomes a lot of money and why people invest in tax lien certificates as well. But that's the basis of a tax lien certificate. It's just a piece of paper that says certificate on it. You're entitled to collect interest, and you're going to, if it's redeemed, you're going to get your money that you invested back plus whatever that interest is, that interest rate is. And that interest rate is set by state law. So this is not like the stock market or anything like that. It's a set interest. And the only way that interest can be changed is through a legislator. You know, that has to be enacted into law. So these rates typically stay for long periods of time. Now, that's a tax lien certificate. A tax deed, on the other hand, it has the word deed in it, means that that particular instrument is going to convey property rights. So the tax lien certificate doesn't convey any property rights. You're only entitled to collect interest. The tax deed, on the other hand, when you purchase a property with a tax deed, you're going to be actually have property rights. And so you're going to pay the county and you're going to get a tax deed. And so then you will be able to own that property outright. Now, with a tax deed, you're typically going to pay a higher premium than you would with a tax lien certificate because you're actually getting the property. There is no there's no redemption period, so you're not going to be able to collect interest. Nobody's going to come back and be able to pay that property off. So that's the difference between the two. Everybody understand that? Some states have tax lien certificates and some states have tax deeds. So it really varies. And there are a few states that have both inside the state, but for the most part, a state will choose whether they're going to sell their tax liens as tax lien certificates or tax deeds. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? I haven't lost anybody because now I'm going to tell you about a third type. And I need you to first understand those first two types. So I talked about a tax lien certificate. I'm reviewing, Mo already told y'all what these were. So tax lien certificate, tax deed, and now under tax deed, we have another type of deed called a redeemable tax deed. So what is that? So remember we talked about tax deeds because it has the word deed in it, it conveys property rights. A redeemable tax deed also has the word deed in it, so it does convey property rights. However, you also see the word redeemable in front of it, so that means that there's a redemption period on this type of deed. So you get the deed and you have property ownership rights. However, you can't touch the property or use the property until that redemption period expires. And that's how tax deeds works in Georgia and other states like Texas as well. So let's take an example of that. So I purchased a redeemable tax deed. Let's say I pay $1,000 for that deed, right? And let's say here in Georgia, there's a 20% interest rate attached to that redeemable tax deed. That means the homeowner, in Georgia, we have a redeemable period of 365 days. So that homeowner comes within that 365 days, they pay me my $1,000, but they must also pay me 20%. And with redeemable tax deeds, the interest rate is not accrued over time. It is a flat interest rate. So they must pay me the full entire 20%. So if I go buy a redeemable tax deed today, and then tomorrow the homeowner wants to come and redeem that property, they have to pay me what I paid at auction, not what was owed to the county, but what I paid at auction plus my 20%. Now, let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all are making 20% interest on your money? Guaranteed. Tell me. Legally. I mean, that's a nice return, 20% on your money, right? So that's why a lot of people like redeemable tax deeds, because you can get 20% on your money. Or if the person does not come and redeem, if the homeowner does not come and redeem, then you actually end up with the property. So it's a win-win situation. But you have to be careful, because with investing in tax liens, whether it's tax lien certificates, tax deeds, or redeemable tax deeds, you have to do your due diligence and you have to understand what it is you're buying, because the way tax liens work is that you're buying a parcel, right? So you're not just always buying a property, like you see a property and you're like, oh, I'm buying this property. No, you're buying a parcel. And sometimes that can be deceiving as to what you're actually buying. And the county is not going to tell you, and they're under no obligation to tell you what you're actually buying. So this is where you have to be careful. And this is why a lot of people don't invest in tax liens or are scared to invest in tax liens. But if you understand the process and you're willing to do your research, you can always make sure that you're buying a usable and profitable parcel. So I hope that was a good review for y'all on what tax lien certificates, tax deeds, and redeemable tax deeds are. So I just kind of want to walk you through an example. So you receive your tax bill on a house that you own, and you decide that you're not going to pay that bill. You're going to wait, you're going to do your Christmas shopping, and, you're going to wait till next year when you get your income taxes. And, next thing you look up, there's a lien attached to your property because the county did not want to wait for its money. So now there's a lien attached. And let's say that lien is here in Georgia. Let's talk about Georgia. Now, the tax commissioner is under criminal penalties if they don't collect the property taxes. So they're going to either collect that property taxes in dollars, meaning you're going to pay them, or in dollars and cents, or they're going to collect it in parcel, meaning they're going to take the property and sell that property to get the back taxes owed, because they're under criminal penalty. So once they levy the house or take the house, they're now going to put that house in auction and sell it to the highest bidder. Does that make sense? All right. Now, the beauty about tax liens is that once the county puts that lien on a property, that lien, I want y'all to listen. If you cooking, turn the fire down low, because I want you to hear this, what I'm about to say. if you know, reading the news or doing something else, you know, just take a pause and listen to this, because this is why tax liens are so viable. Tax liens are first lien position. Now, what does that mean? That means, for instance, most people understand like a mortgage. Like a mortgage, they typically understand that if a mortgage is on the property, the mortgage company has first rights to that property. Anything happens to the property and the mortgage is on there, they understand that the mortgage company can take the property back. You know, let's say there's a first and second mortgage on it. Everybody understands that the first mortgage is going to have first rights to the property. Everybody understand that, right? We all clear? Well, the tax lien is going to supersede even the mortgage. It's going to move right to the top. And the reason why it does that is because the county is the owner of the land. They must be able to collect those property taxes. The state does not want to have to step in for the county to provide sanitation services, to pay county workers. They don't want to have to do that. So they give the county the power to do that. They offer them an automatic, in most states, it's an automatic judgment. But they offer the county that power to be able to collect. And so once they can't collect, they offer them the power to put that lien as a first position lien. Now, what do I mean by that? That means that if there's a mortgage on the property, it's going to supersede the mortgage. If there's a creditor lien on the property, it's going to supersede the creditor lien. If there's a HOA lien on there, it's going to supersede the HOA lien. Now, listen to me. If there is a IRS lien, it's going to supersede the IRS lien. Now, a lot of people, I have had people argue me up and down about this, and I always ask them, you know, have you ever gone through this entire process? I have, and I have actually foreclosed on IRS liens. The IRS is really not in the property business. What they want is the money that's owed, right? So that is the beauty of tax liens, is that it will move to first position. So everybody understand that? All right, well, let's keep it moving. Okay, listen, do y'all wanna do an auction? Do y'all wanna see what it's like to bid at a tax lien auction? Do I have some people that wanna bid? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because I know some people like, well, I don't have any money, or I'm not ready yet. So I'm gonna give you some Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp money. We're gonna give you some money to be able to bid tonight. So if I give you some money to be able to bid tonight, y'all want to bid, right? Y'all want to bid? All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to bid on. All right. Oh, look at this property. She's a beauty. Y'all want this property? Oh, it's a delay. Okay, y'all want this property? How many people want this property? Y'all take this property? The starting bid is $7,000. Would y'all take this property? All right, I'm gonna lay some ground rules. Mo, you want to do this auction?
Yeah, I will. But they also need to understand, if y'all don't have $7,000, we giving y'all money tonight. But we got resources to help you get the money too. So we just need y'all to go ahead and go along with us tonight and participate in this doggone auction. Yeah, I want to do this auction, Chantel. That's what I want to do. Oh, let me close the door real quick.
Okay.
While he's closing the door, can you give them the YouTube again?
Let's get at it.
They want somebody.
Oh, Mo, hold on. Hold on, Mo. They want to get our YouTube. Because we on the speaker with this one.
Right. What's the YouTube?
The YouTube is GA. Can you type it in there?
No.
GA Tax Lien Bootcamp. But somebody listening can type it in, can't they? Ask them, can they type it in?
Yeah, can someone, hey guys, it's me, hi. Can you guys,
We have another device.
somebody
that
that's
we can, go
on
live
here,
on.
Chi-Town, you've been hanging with me for, she says you want that property. Can you go ahead and type in GA Tax Lien Boot Camp for me for YouTube? Anybody on TikTok, type that in for me so the other people can see it.
All right, y'all, we coming back with you in just a second. Y'all just, we trying to make sure we have friends that's on YouTube and TikTok ready for us.
GA Tax, thank you so much, Chi-Town, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Dreamer Solutions, thank you. So go to YouTube and type that in, and you'll be able to see the same live, and you'll be able to hear it a little better also. No, not tax lien. Don't lean on me, Dreamer Solutions. Lien.
All right, Mo.
There you go.
All right, so we ready to rock and roll. So let me tell y'all something real quick. And I know it's almost, what is it, 8:10? So one of the most exciting parts about tax lien investing is actually going to the auction to bid on properties. There's a lot of homework that's involved. We teach y'all of that stuff, but the exciting part of it is going to the auction. Hands down, exciting. So we gave y'all money bags tonight. I want y'all to bid on these properties that you want to get in order to create that generational wealth that we're talking about. But here's how it goes, right? When you go to the auction, first and foremost, you got to be in a position where folks can hear you. So tonight we're gonna be in the chat, and oh my goodness! So do we have a way for us to receive these bids that's coming through to us tonight on TikTok?
Call it out. We're gonna call them out.
I'm gonna call them out. Y'all gonna call them out? Okay, cool. Well, we ain't got no problems. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here are the rules, y'all. You got to bid in increments of at least $100. All right. I'm gonna be your auctioneer. So when I say 5,000, if somebody say 5,001, I'm gonna have an attitude. That's like Price is Right. We ain't playing the Price is Right. This is Georgia Tax Lien. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Did I date myself? Did y'all know anything about prices? Y'all don't know nothing about no prices, right? Here we go. Bob Barker with a tan. Here we go. I'm gonna be your auctioneer. All that parcel of land known as 11454222938, 1242 Rock Springs Road. Do I have a starting bid of $7,023.67? Do I have a starting bid?
Minimum bid over here.
Minimum bid, y'all.
Minimum bid, $7,200 going once.
Y'all see any bids over there?
Come on, y'all. Come on,
they still. We got a minimum bid.
Y'all better get this
Y'all
out. I got
better go.
7,200.
7,200.
I got 20,000. Ariana Marshall.
7,400.
You gotta go, Mom.
$7,400.
How much did you have? Already, $20,000.
$20,000.
It's Marshall.
$20,000 going once. $20,000 going twice.
It is 20,000. Y'all too low.
$20,000 sold. Who was that? Who was that bought this property for $20,000?
Miss Marshall. $20,000 sold.
All right. So who was that? Miss Marshall?
Yes.
Miss Marshall, congratulations. Let me tell you something, Miss Marshall. If I was at the auction with you, we'd have been battling because you ain't gonna get away with that beauty right there for $20,000. I'm sorry. We gonna get some cash out of that.
Yeah, we might.
But good job. But let me let you know something. Miss Marshall. If I don't talk to nobody else tonight, I want you to know something, and it's just for you, Miss Marshall. So everybody else, I need you to plug your ears because y'all wasn't playing along. But Miss Marshall, first off, that's a good buy for that. And people not bidding against you, it happens all the time at auctions. Nobody bids against that minimum bid. So great job, Miss Marshall, that $20,000. Baby need a new pair of shoes. All right. We got another property we're gonna auction. Oh, we got some more properties that we're gonna auction off. All right. So for all of y'all out there that didn't bid this time, I gave you some more money bags. Y'all better get ready. All right, here we go. All that parcel of land known as 1118-04005, also known as 2317 Chevy Chase. Starting bid
Mo, you didn't.
$1,110. Do I have a
Couldn't hear
starting
you,
bid?
Mo.
Y'all can't hear me?
Tell him we couldn't. Go. Start over.
Okay, all right. Start over with Chevy Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All that parcel of land known as 1118-04005, also known as 2317 Chevy Chase, starting bid $1,110. Do I have a starting bid?
Miss Marshall, 5,000.
5,000. Miss Marshall said, I'm getting this. I'm getting these properties. I ain't playing with y'all. All right. $5,000, Miss Marshall, going once.
Going once, y'all.
$5,000 going twice.
10,000.
10,000. Oh, somebody else that woke up.
10,000. Come on, Shot-Town.
12,000. 12,000, Mo.
12,000 going once.
2,000, Daddy JD.
12,000
Come on,
what?
Mo. Keep it going now.
14,000.
10,000.
14,000 going once. 14,000 going twice.
15,000.
Huh?
15,000.
15,000 going once. 15,000.
25,000.
25,000 going once. 25,000 going twice. $25,000 sold. Who was that?
Daddy JD. Krista, I see your question. It's going to come up.
All right, Mo. Thank you.
25,000.
Yes, 25,000. Now, let's see what Teddy bought. Teddy, that's Teddy. Teddy.
Oh, Teddy.
Y'all, y'all see that little strip of trees that he bought?
Y'all see that little strip of street?
Now, I know y'all thought he bought that house. Especially since Miss Marshall got that house last time. But he did not buy that house, y'all. He bought that little strip with a bush, like 2 bushes, and a couple trees. Y'all see that? Got to be more careful. That happens all the time. Let's talk about that. How many times do we go to auction and we see people buy these little strips of land? How many times does that happen?
Way too many times.
Every single time. Every single time we go to auction, we see people waste their money. $25,000 on these bushes. And guess what? The county is not giving you your money back. And guess what? You can't even sue the county's money back. So guess what? It's just $25,000 down the drain. Why? Because you don't understand how to invest in tax liens. But you do understand that it is very profitable. So instead of just jumping into tax liens, you have to really wrap your mind and get a true understanding on how to invest in tax liens. You actually have to educate yourself on tax lien investing. Then it will lead to wealth.
There we go. Only you, Tony. How do you know if you're bidding on bushes?
How do you know if you're bidding on bushes? So that's what I was talking about. So one, you have to do your due diligence. You have to do your research. And in order to learn how to do your research, you really have to invest in your education. So tonight, we just kind of really come in here to educate you, to give you an introduction to tax liens. Like, we're literally not going to show you how to do it, how to invest in tax liens. Like, that takes a lot of education, but we can train you. But tonight, what we really want to educate you on is, what are tax liens? What can you do with tax liens? And for you to be aware that there are pitfalls, that you can't just jump into tax liens. You can't just go out there and YouTube tax liens and then jump in and think that, you know, you're not gonna really bump your head. And so that's really kind of, we're just here to, you know, really introduce you to this strategy of creating tax liens. I will say later on, if you're interested in us showing you how to do that, later on we're going to talk about some courses that we have. And, you know, if you're interested, we will invite you to, you know, join us. So, but we do give a lot of great free information to help you on your way. So that's what we're here to do this evening. Kim, question over here?
No, I'm sorry.
All right. So I want to play a video for you of somebody who invested in her tax lien education, and she literally won a property. She paid $4,200 for a property, townhome that was worth 70. Well, actually, at the time it was worth 42,000, and shortly after that, the value went up to 72,000. And right now, it may be more. But, you know, so let's just say she paid $4,200 for a property that has an ARV of $72,000. Is that a good deal? Oh, yes, we have a question. What is an ARV? ARV is after repair value. So when you buy a property, just like you may buy a car as is, and then if you paint the car, put some new wheels on it, you know, maybe put a new engine in it, is now worth more than the as-is value. So same with properties. You know, if you buy it as is, and then you put some work into it, you can sell it for after repair value. Does that make sense? So for her, she bought a property for $4,200, and it would be worth $72,000 after she repaired it. Does that make sense? So, you know, let's check her out to see. Oh, this is the computer that's not connected. Okay. Man, I hate that because.
Is this the computer that's connected? It's playing on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you don't have access to the presentation right there, do you?
No.
Well, they can't hear it over there either. Okay, let's see.
We can hear it, Chantel.
You can?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we could hear it coming through that extra speaker.
Zoom. That's why. She's been like y'all was. But her confidence is off the chain. Awesome. So I know some of y'all couldn't hear that, but that's okay. She won a property again for $4,200 that was worth, you know, $72,200. All right, so let's talk about how we got here today. How did I even get into tax lien? So basically, we're here today because of this house you see in front of you right here, right? This particular property, well, I'll get into that in a minute. But first, let me talk to y'all about my story. Do y'all want to hear? Are y'all interested in my story? I don't know. You know, I want to take up y'all time, but how did I get it? I want to tell y'all how I got into tax liens, how I got into real estate, how I got into tax liens, the ups and downs that I had, because a lot of people think you get into real estate investing and then you just blow up to become this big time real estate investor. And for a lot of people that I know, and I know a lot of real estate investors, I know some of the gurus out here, it just didn't happen like that, right? And so I just kind of want to give you that story so you understand what's possible and, you know, what's possible even through adversity. So let me know if y'all interested in hearing my story. I don't like to force my story on people. I actually don't even like telling my story. I'm somewhat of an introvert. People don't believe that, but I am. Yep. Somebody said, yeah, we got anybody on TikTok want to know?
I'm down to 3 people. And do you guys want to hear her story, how she became the tax lien queen? You guys want to hear her story?
All right. So, okay. Well, basically, You know, I was working in corporate America, probably like many of you. Actually, I went to the military, then went to corporate America, and through both of those experiences, realized that I just did not want to work for anybody. I didn't want somebody telling me what to do, telling me what I could wear, you know, telling me, you know, when I could be at work, telling me what kind of car I had to drive, when I could go on vacation. And ultimately, the biggest thing is I didn't want to work for a company or organization who had, you know, political or life views that I just did not agree with, that was not beneficial to, you know, me as a woman, as a person of color, or, you know, just in general. And I just did not like working for organizations like that. And, you know, I ended up in that situation. And so going to work every day, probably like many of you, and I just didn't like the politics of corporate America. You know, I felt like I had to, you know, go along to get along and say things that, you know, weren't true just to, you know, have friends or not have friends, but to keep the peace, basically. And so every day going to work for me was like torture. And I would get up, I would feel sick, I have a headache, my stomach would hurt. You know, I hit the snooze button like a million times, had to get in all that traffic, spending, you know, almost as much time in traffic, it seemed like, or half the time in traffic as I was working. So I just didn't want to do that, and really needed to figure out a way to, you know, get out of that. So I was making $30,000 a year, and I had a coworker who knew that I had excellent credit, and he said, can I pay you $8,000 to use your credit? And I was like, $8,000? Yes, right? I was young. I already had a house, a car. I wasn't really using my credit for anything. And mind you, I was making $30,000. So $8,000 at one time, I had never seen that amount of money. Maybe I had seen maybe $2,000 at one time. So I was like, you know, I really want that because I wanted to use it towards creating a business. So I made the $8,000 and was just blown away. So then he asked me, could he use my credit again? So after 3 times, I'm almost at my full annual salary. And I said, you know what? I need to figure out what they're doing to be able to pay me $8,000, because if they can use my credit, I could use my credit. And that's exactly what I did is, now they obviously didn't want to teach me real estate because they wanted to keep me in a situation where they could use my credit and me not use my credit on my own. So what I did was I ordered a program called Carlton Sheets. So I know I'm dating myself, many years ago, and it taught me how to buy real estate, no money down. And so from there, I just progressed in real estate. I started wholesaling, then I started fixing and flipping, you know, and I eventually left my job, right, and went into real estate full time. And the year that I went into real estate full time, people, 9 months later was 911, right? That's how long I've been in real estate. I've been in full-time real estate since 2001. I went into real estate in 1998, but then when I actually left my job and went full-time, it was 2001. So 911 happened, and then guess what happened right after 911? Do y'all remember? We had a market crash. Do y'all remember that? Some of y'all maybe don't remember that, but it was, you know, predicated. The market was already going down. Then 911 happened, made it go down even further. But then that's when we had the .com bust. You know, all those .coms started, you know, going underwater, and it hit real estate as well. So, folks, I lost everything. You know, I quit my job. This was my only source of income, and I ended up losing everything. But decided to, you know, the market started to pick back up, and I picked back up with it. You know, I had some savings. You know, I used that to float myself and, you know, kind of pick myself back up, and got back into real estate. Got to a point where I had 17 rental properties, where I had got my real estate license and everything was going smooth, but my husband and myself at the time, we had leveraged ourselves. So, coming off of that crash and then getting, back into real estate and doing really well, we wanted a big house. We wanted fancy cars. We wanted name brand clothes. We wanted to take lavish trips because when you're fixing and flipping, it's a lot of mental work, a lot of hard work. And after each deal, it's like, I want to reward myself. So let me take a trip, let me take an extravagant trip. But in the meantime, the house note was due, the car note was due. And, we were just really going in a circle of, paying off debt and then making more money, paying off debt. Y'all know about that? Y'all know about that? Anybody know about that? So it really was, we had left corporate America to really get out of that. But what we didn't understand was the mechanics of it. So it doesn't really matter how much money you make. If you don't understand how to get out of that cycle, you can make 30,000 or $1 million and you'll still be in that cycle, right? So what I had to realize, so we had a second market crash, right? Y'all remember the market crash in 2007. Everybody remembers that market crash because everybody was affected by it. So that market crash came and we lost everything, the big house, the big cars, everything, we lost everything. And so this was my second time having to start over, really my third time because I started from scratch, got into real estate, everything went bust, had to start there. Then the second market crash, and now I'm starting over. So really that's 3 times I'm having to figure out how I'm going to create wealth because this is my dream. Like a lot of you, not to have to worry about money. So I decided, because at first I was in my 20s, then I was in my 30s, and I'm like, if this keeps happening, I'm not going to be able to start over. So I decided to find me a mentor who was already where I wanted to be and who could help me understand how wealthy people get to where they are. So what my mentor told me, now I want y'all to write this part down. If y'all not taking notes, write this down. What my mentor told me, and I'm going to give y'all this game for free because I had to pay $20,000 for this mentorship, but I'm going to give you this information for free. My mentor said, this is what I want you to do. Now, most of you are not going to be willing to do this. I know, because I barely wanted to do it myself. He said, if you want me to mentor you, you have to reduce your living expenses to bare minimum, right? So that you don't have a lot of things to pay out. So no going to get, that the house you got, all of that gotta go, right? So I ended up having to file bankruptcy, and I filed bankruptcy for multi-million-dollar bankruptcy because I had a lot of properties, right? The market crash, I had these properties, I had them with adjustable rate mortgages, which meant that the interest rate was climbing, which means the mortgage payment was climbing, and it got too big to where the tenant rent in these properties could not cover the mortgage. So I ended up losing those properties, right? So my mentor said, I need you to get rid of everything, bring your living expenses down to bare minimum. Then we're going to take anything that's left over, any income that's left over, and invest it in assets. And we're going to continue to do that until those assets can pay for your living expenses. So what I had to do is, so my second market crash, I got out of real estate, was no longer in real estate, and I had to I became a barber to take care of myself. I learned how to cut hair, became a barber, ended up owning a barber shop. And so my monthly income around that time was about, $4,000 a month. So I had to reduce my living expenses to about $2,000 a month, y'all. It is possible. Reduce that. And then I had $2,000 left over to invest in other assets, right? And so as I continued to do that, I was able to build assets to pay for the living expenses. Now, what most people want to do, as soon as they can pay for their living expenses, now they want to increase their living expenses. No, you have to continue to invest in assets so those assets well supersede your living expenses, right? So, you know, I was really struggling at the time, but I had a house that went into the tax sale, right? And somebody bought this property. Listen to me, y'all. Somebody bought this property that was worth $100,000 for $2,100 in the tax sale. They bought my property that was worth $100,000 in the tax sale for $2,100 that I had a $140,000 mortgage on. Now, does that make sense to y'all? You are paying, you have a mortgage for $140,000. You cannot pay the mortgage. The house goes into the tax sale and somebody buys that property for $2,100. Does that make sense? Do y'all believe it? It don't sound like it's true, do it?
I hope y'all listen.
It is very true, and it happened to me. So, at the time, I was already a real estate investor. I was a real estate agent, and I had read this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad that explained to me how, you know, just on the surface level, how tax liens work. So I knew that this was a true deal. I also knew that I could redeem that property. So I called the person up. Latasha was her name. Now, Latasha was a hairstylist. Now, I told you I was a barber. She was a hairstylist. So I was like, you know, I'd like to redeem my property. And then I just got to talking to her, and she said, I'm a hairstylist. You know, I've never ventured into real estate. I just, you know, decided to, you know, buy tax lien. Somebody told me about it. I went down there. The house was available. So I, you know, I got it for $2,100. And guess what? Nobody even bid against her for this property. So that's how she got it so low. So what that told me, and what I hope it tells you, and I hope that my story tells you, is if I could do this, you could do it. Because what I felt then was if Tasha could do it, Tasha didn't have any real estate experience, and she wasn't scared to take that risk. So I felt like if she could do it, I could do it. And really what I was excited about was that I have found a way to purchase property without a mortgage that I could own free and clear. People, one tax lien property can literally change your life. Just one can change your life. Imagine getting a property for $2,100 that's worth $100,000. Like literally, you could rent that property out and make money because you don't have a mortgage on it, right? So you could literally bring, let's say in the metro area, you could literally every month put $1,000 in your pocket every month from a $2,100 investment, right? Or you can sell it. It's worth $100,000, right? So already you're walking into basically $80,000 worth of equity, right? This is how one property can change a person's life. Let alone you talk about 2 properties, 3 properties. Let's say 10 properties. 10 properties bringing you $1,000 a month in your pocket. That's life changing. That's like Deuce's job. And for some of you, you could do it on less, right? Knowing especially that you could build that up to more. So that's really the beauty of tax liens, and that's really kind of my story. As a matter of fact, even though I had a mentor that told me to live on $2,100, it was a struggle to live on $2,100, right? But when I saw that, I said, you know what? I want to buy more than one property. So I'm gonna take my bill money and any excess money and buy as many tax liens as possible. And then I'll catch back up on the backside because I had already filed bankruptcy. So I was already used to that anyway, right? So I took my bill money and bought my first couple tax lien properties. And so, you know, over time, I was able to pull myself out of that hole that I was in, that bankruptcy that I had filed, basically, pretty much almost losing my own home, not the big house, because I lost that house, but even the smaller house that I was living in after the fact, almost lost that, just really struggling to make ends meet. But through that, I was able to come out of that, reverse that, and basically become a multimillionaire through tax lien investing. I mean, just look at that. A property for $2,100 worth $100,000. 10 of those properties would make you a millionaire, right? And so it requires a different mindset, because most people feel like with real estate, oh, I have to buy a property with a mortgage. And if I have a mortgage, it's going to take 30 to 100 properties to put me where I need to be in order to have enough income to do what I want to do. So what I decided to do after that is really help other people do that. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, because I got tired of living life around people who couldn't do the things that I could do, and I wanted to teach other people. And after my first time teaching people, I really realized how fulfilling teaching other people how to create generational wealth or even financial freedom, achieve financial freedom, is a very fulfilling experience. Because once you become financially free, that's not the end all be all. You still need to find things that fulfill you, satisfy your soul. You need to have a passion. And so teaching happens to be mine. And many people that I know who find financial freedom is teaching or some other form of giving back. So that's how we created the Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp. So that's really about me. If you wanted to know about my story, I've been a full-time investor, like I said, since 2001, folks. That means I have literally not worked on anybody else's job since 2001, and I have taken care of myself through real estate investing. Now, for the last 12 years, that's been through tax lien investing. And I don't do any other type of real estate investing. So I'm peeking at something right now, something else I want to do. I said I wasn't going to do anything else, but I'm really excited about some other types of real estate right now. But if I had to do it one more time, start all over again, tax liens would definitely be my number one pick, because it really is a great way to create wealth. So let me tell you about some other people who invest in tax liens. Like, who invests in tax liens and why do they invest in tax liens? Do y'all know who the number one investor in tax liens are? Banks, big banks. Yes, the banks that you bank at. Why do they invest in tax liens? Let's look at the return on their money. So in Georgia, we already talked about 20%, right? Well, look at Texas. In Texas, people who invest in tax liens make 25% or more on their money, right? Arizona, 16%. Florida, 18%. Illinois, 18%. I mean, and then you have some states where you're not getting an interest rate, you're actually getting the property, right? So that could be an infinite return depending on what you do with that property. But what I'm showing you is that these rate of returns are astronomical and higher than most other forms of investing, including other forms of real estate investing. This is why I really love tax liens. And what's the beauty of tax liens is that tax liens are actually an anomaly, meaning typically when you have a high yield or a high interest investment, it's going to come with a high risk. Well, tax liens are relatively low risk if you know what you're doing. They could become a high risk if you have no education and you don't know what you're doing, you don't understand how to do the due diligence. But if you understand all those things, it is a relatively safe investment because the interest rates are backed by state law. So it's not like the stock market, like maybe you're going to make that. It is you're going to make that, or you're going to get an actual property. right? So you just have to make sure that the property is worth the investment. So, but why do banks invest in tax liens? One, because you see this interest I just explained to you, that high yield for low risk, right? But let me ask y'all something. Where do the banks get the money to invest in tax liens? While y'all think on that, let me ask y'all something, or let me tell y'all another statistic. Banks, their number one investment is insurance. So they put the bulk of their money in insurance. But guess what their number two investment is? Yes, you guessed it, tax liens.
Somebody said from us.
Yes, so tax liens. So now, we got to answer. Where do the banks get the money to invest in these tax liens? You guessed it.
Up from nothing on TikTok said from us.
From us, meaning from y'all. So you put your money in the bank, and the bank literally can loan or use up to 9 times the amount of what you are putting in there as a deposit. So I'm sure y'all know that, right? Now, let me ask you this question. They're getting 20%, 25%, 18%, 24% using your money. Did you give them permission to use your money? Anybody get a bank permission to use their money? Yeah, you did when you basically created the depository account, right? Now, let me ask you this. You gave them permission in the depository. You signed for the depository account. In that agreement, how much did they agree to give you? How much did you get out of the deal? You put your money in the bank. They get 20% using your money. How much do you give back? I'll wait.
Waiting. What y'all saying out there?
Somebody up from nothing said we get 0.5% back on a standard saving account.
Yeah.
Somebody on Instagram said
25%. If
0.25%.
that.
If
Okay,
that.
Rosalind.
Now y'all crack me up, these 0.5, 0.1% people.
0.05.
Why y'all just can't say y'all get zero back? Why nobody wants to admit?
Nothing.
Let me tell y'all this. Most of y'all are actually paying the bank, meaning you have a negative return. Even if you have an interest-bearing account, you get a negative return. Now let me say something. Most of y'all, the people that's quiet, they quiet because they know what I'm finna say. Most of y'all don't have an interest-bearing account now. Y'all got them free checking accounts. Or if you have an interest-bearing account, you're paying for it on a monthly basis. So while you get 5%, meaning you might get $7 over the course of a year, you're paying $10, $12, $15 a month to even have that account. So now tell me again, how much money y'all getting? How much money you getting on them interest? How much money are they paying y'all? What's the percentage rate?
Let's see those numbers.
Right.
Y'all don't want to say nothing.
Hang on now.
Yes.
We used Sony said, because we want to know we're getting something.
Somebody tell Sony.
I'm from nothing on TikTok said minus.
Right. I mean, if you really do the math, it is minus, but we just really never do the math. We just want somewhere to hold our money. We can log online, see how much we got, what came in, what came out, and we're cool with that. But not everybody is cool with that, right? All right, so we want to do what the banks do, right? We want to invest in what they invest in. They invest in insurance. You should be investing in insurance. And they invest in tax liens. You also should be investing in tax liens. But what stops most people from getting into real estate and investing in any kind of real estate or tax liens? That almighty dollar, right? Well, the beauty of tax liens is that the investment could many times be so low that a lot of times money is not going to be an impediment, right? My first tax lien property, y'all see that $2,300 was $2,300. Not the property that I had that went into the tax sale, but the first property that I bought was $2,300. So let's walk through that case study. Initial investment was $2,300. I had to put about $12,000 in that property to bring it up to a standard of living. I turned that property, I am a veteran, I turned that property into a rooming house, transitional housing for veterans, and that property grosses $30,000 a year. And the original mortgage was completely wiped away. And the IRS lien that was on that property completely wiped away through the foreclosure that the tax deed afforded me to be able to do. All right, and this is basically, let's say I have receipts. So I purchased that property, and if you look at the beginning bid, it says $2,300, and if you look at the highest and best bid, it says the same exact amount. So what does that mean? It means nobody even bid against me on that property. Now, a lot of people ask me, is that common today? And I always say no, but it still happens. And in order for it to happen to you, it's like lotto. You got to be in it to win it. And you have to be consistently going to the tax lien auction, right, for it to happen. We still see it happen. Our students, we take students to auction, we still see it happen. So there are properties. So, you know, we talk about owning real estate free and clear, but really what's your goal? Is it that you want to live a certain lifestyle? Is it that this is what it was for me? I was ready to get up out of there. I was ready to say kick rocks, deuces, and really be able to live life on my own terms, because that to me is priceless. Being able to say yes when I want to say yes, being able to say no when I want to say no, that's priceless, right? So that's what it was for me. And, you know, for you, it could be something else. You know, it could just be, you know, you want to create a really nice nest egg. It could be, you know, a lifestyle. It could be some goal that you're trying to reach, you know, whatever it is.
Retirement.
Yes. And for most people,
Freedom, money.
Freedom, yes. And all of those are really good whys or reasons and things that you can accomplish with tax liens. You know, all you have to do is figure out what is your goal. So if it's retirement, you know, do you need a certain amount to retire? Do you need a certain monthly income to retire? Whatever that is, figure it out. And then decide how many tax lien properties it's going to take to get there, right? So for a lot of people, like I told you, 10 is a great number, but many of you could do it on 5. How do I know that? The average U.S. household income is $35,000. And 90% of America makes less than $60,000. So that's why I said half of that would do, because half will put you at $5,000 a month, which is $60,000 a year. Many people could say deuces to their job on that, especially if they knew that they could increase that from there, right? And so that is the beauty of tax lien. So let's walk through a scenario of how to retire in 5 years or less, because out of all the people that I talk to, a lot of people say money, a lot of people say freedom. Well, most people say, if I could just get up out of this job, I figure everything else out after that, right? The extra money, the freedom, you know, all of that. But this job is so stressful, like my health is bad. So let's look at, you know, how to retire in 5 years or less. Y'all want to hear about how to retire in 5 years or less?
Yeah, man. Keep rocks from my job.
Well, let me take a drink before I tell y'all that.
Well, let me take a drink. Clean.
5 years or less.
Yes.
5 years or less.
Yes.
5 years or less.
Clean. I am trying to kick rocks to my job. Although I like my job, in case there's anyone on here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's look at this. Okay, let's say we're using tax liens to sell our jobs to kick rocks. Year number 1, we buy 4 properties, right? So we buy a property in February, we buy a property in April, and then we buy 2 at auction in October. That's pretty decent. Now, don't think that you're going to go to tax sales and win every single time. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen like that. That's why I say use like lotto, you got to be in it to win it. So February, April, and October. That means you went to sell May, June, July, August, and September and didn't win a thing. But in October, you got 2. It happens like that. So year 1, you got 4 properties. Now, let's say in Georgia, you can't do anything with those properties for the first year, because remember we talked about a redemption period. The time frame the homeowner or anybody who has an interest in that property can come redeem the property, meaning pay you what you paid at auction and give you your interest back, right? So that's year 1. Year 2 comes along. Some of y'all like, ooh, I don't want to wait a year. I don't want to put my money in something. If you're getting 20%, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You keeping your money in that bank and ain't getting nothing, right? Negative. Put your money in tax liens, get 20%, right? Now, let's say the homeowner doesn't come and redeem it. Now you get the property. And we can teach you a strategy where you get the property. You get the property most of the time. Or people, don't sleep on getting the interest. We can teach you a strategy where you get the interest. It's up to you. But I'm just walking you through a property strategy, right? So year 2, in March, you buy another one. But in May, one of the properties from the first year has come available, and now you're rehabbing that property. June, you get another property from the previous year, and now you're rehabbing that property. July, you buy another property. So you only buy 2 properties in year 2, but you got 4 that you're ready to rehab, right? So you're busy, and now you never have to fill that year wait again. So now the next year, year number 3, June comes around. That means you went to auction February, March, April, May, June. You went all year, right? But finally in June, your other property from the previous year is coming up and it's available. September, your other property is coming up, it's available. Now you have 6 properties that are cash flowing, you're renting them out. Now, what's this? 6 properties. Now, most of y'all feel like y'all gotta have 30 properties, 100 properties. Watch this. 6 properties. 6 properties that you buy, that you are renting out. So you rent these properties out for $1,500 a month. And that means you're grossing $9,000 a month. Now you gotta take some money out for expenses like taxes, insurance, repairs. If people move out, you're gonna have vacancy, but you still want to have that money coming in. So you're gonna take out some expenses. So let's say we take out 25% in expenses. That's going to leave us $6,750 a month. So you can do this in 5 years. But guess what? What if it took you 10? So what? You can tell your job, deuces. And if you're able to buy more, you can actually do it a lot quicker. So hopefully y'all understand, how you can use tax liens to, create your financial dreams. And if you're already a real estate investor, do we have any real estate investors already on the line?
Do we have any real estate
If you
investors?
are, tax liens is a great way to increase your pipeline. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can literally put more properties in your pipeline. A lot of real estate investors I know are having difficulty putting properties in their pipeline. So the tax liens is a good way. So I just want to show y'all a couple properties that, you know, people have bought, some of our students have bought in the tax sale. So we have a person who has purchased a property for $5,100 here in Georgia, and the value of the property was $145,000. Another property a person purchased for $3,000, and the property was worth $110,000. Is that too good to be true for y'all? Y'all don't believe that, huh?
Nice numbers.
Do y'all believe that? Y'all think I'm lying? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. See, I'd rather not be on live. I'd rather be chilling.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't lie to you. But that's the thing. That's what holds, out of all the years that I've been invested in tax liens, that is the number one thing I see that holds people back, is they don't believe that this is true. They believe it's too good to be true. My family, my friends, you know, and now I have family and friends like, oh yeah, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So, cause they starting to see, you know, the benefits, but people just don't believe this is true. And so, don't believe
I believe you.
Good, great.
All right. Nothing saying. Thanks for sharing.
So now listen, some of you are going to take what I'm telling you tonight. You're going to go do your own research about tax liens, and you're going to say to yourself, this is interesting. I'm going to use it, but I'm going to do this all on my own. And I get that, because that's what I did. And that's the mindset that I had. And for many of us that grew up poor, many of us who had single mothers, especially, that had to make ends stretch, we are still in the mindset of, you know, making $1 out of 15 cents, which a lot of times means we have to do things on our own, right? We got to do our own hair. We don't go get our hair done. You know, we got to, you know, paint our own house. And those things are wonderful, right? But now when it comes to investing and getting a return on your money, you need to do the opposite. You need to find somebody who has taken their money and gotten a return on it, and let them show you how to do it, because you could literally lose in the process of trying to do it yourself. Now, you guys remember when we did the auction, you know, and Miss Marshall purchased the property, right? And no, it wasn't Miss Marshall, it was somebody else. Oh, that Teddy. Yeah. Teddy purchased the property for $25,000, and he wouldn't have been able to use that property, right? Because it wasn't a usable property. So I don't want that to be you. So I'm telling you, you need somebody to show you how to invest in tax liens. Folks, I have literally, when I got into tax liens, I lost a lot of money, bumped my head, because when I got into tax lien, there was nobody like me who was willing to show me how to invest in tax liens. So I had to do that. But I don't want that to be you. So go ahead and Google, go ahead and YouTube, right? They will tell you how to invest in tax liens. But what they won't tell you is what not to do, how to avoid pitfalls. And that's what I would do. That's what my team would do. That's what we show people how to do all the time. So get you somebody who understands tax liens if that's what you want to do. And this is a secret billion-dollar industry. There's not a lot of people out here teaching tax liens. And there's not a lot of people out here teaching tax liens to people of color at all. So, you know, that's pretty much what my mission is, right? Is really, you know, to help our people who want to retire, who, you know, want to tell their job to kick rock, you know, to how to do it. You know, when I go to the courthouse, let me tell y'all, I am by far a minority. nothing but mostly men and mostly white men. Now, I don't have anything against that, but I am just saying that there's nobody out here representing us on the courthouse steps, right? Now, as I've invested over the years, more and more people have come, right? And as I've taught people, sometimes my old students are, now on the tax lien steps competing with me, but I don't mind that because, folks, I really believe that there is enough wealth for everybody to have wealth. Now, I didn't always have that mindset, right? But as I began to create wealth, I realized wealth really is a mindset. And you have to have an abundance mindset and not a lack mindset if you want to create wealth. See, wealth literally starts here, right? So anyway, let me ask y'all a question. I've talked, I've rambled, I've educated you on tax liens and what they are and what you can do with them. So let me ask y'all a question because I'm doing this really, I don't want to pressure anybody or anything. We had a good time tonight. I got my cocktail. You probably got yours. I'm ready to go and, get out, sit on the patio, look at the ocean and, have another sip and also, eat some good stuff and fellowship with, my team members, and all the beauty and wealth that we're creating. So I'm ready to do that. But before I go do that, I just want to ask you all, would it be okay to discuss, we can teach you how to invest in tax liens? Y'all want to know? Are y'all interested? Y'all want to hear about our classes that we offer and our how we can basically guide you step by step investing in tax liens?
Only Stoney said, how much is the boot camp?
Stoney, we're gonna get to it. We get to it. I'm gonna get to it. But I really want to show y'all what you get in the boot camp and the value of it because I'm not here to play with y'all, right? It's all fun and games. When we get in that classroom, I do joke a lot, but I'm going to make sure that you get it. So I really want to make sure that you guys understand what you would get, in our boot camp. So we have what's called the fast track, right? Y'all just want everything quick. Y'all want to know what's the quickest possible way you can get this information to me and I can be off the auction. So our next fast track and our last boot camp for the year is November 21st and 22nd. Yes, that is this weekend. That's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And folks, it's from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are going to, pour into you so that you understand everything tax liens. So what are you going to get in this boot camp? You're going to learn you're going to have a complete understanding of the Georgia tax lien process. Now, with that said, I know we have people on here from other places and people ask us all the time, if I'm living in Michigan, can I take your boot camp? If I live in Florida, can I take your boot camp? The answer is yes, because what we teach you is foundational. So you can take this and we show you how to go into other places and do this as well. Now, we don't focus on any other state. So it's not going to be like, oh, I'm from Florida and we're going to focus on Florida. We're going to focus on Georgia, but you're going to be able to take that foundation, how to do due diligence, how to do the research, how to find out, do your county or does your state offer tax lien certificates or tax deeds? We're going to show you how to do that. And then you can use that anywhere. We have students that have come to us from all over, folks. New York, California, Las Vegas, out of the country, Canada, Texas, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, it just goes on and on, folks. And we have students from Georgia who have went other places to invest, right? So, and have did some amazing things. And we're going to show you some examples of that as well. But what do you get out of this class? You're going to understand the overview of how tax liens work. So with the information that I gave you today, we're going to be able to go more in detail on that. We're going to talk more about tax lien certificates, tax deeds, the difference between the two. We're going to help you. Y'all said y'all want to retire early. We're going to help you build out that plan. Not just talk about it, but you know, we're going to help you. You're going to say, I need $2.5 million to be able to leave my job now. And then we're going to say, okay, here are the steps to do that based on how you want to do it. Do you want to be an interest investor? Do you want to be a property investor? Do you want to fix and flip, buy and hold? So we're going to go through all of that. Then we're going to show you how to obtain the list and process the list, right? That's crucial. A lot of people try this on their own and they can't even find a tax list. Some of y'all have even tried yourself. So we're going to show you how to do that. But more importantly, after you get the list, what to do with that list. Tax lien investing is like learning a foreign language. Even if you are already in real estate, because I hear this all the time, I'm already a real estate investor. I'm a real estate agent. So can you just give me the basics? No, because it doesn't work like that. You're going to still, like, that's going to help you learn, but it's a foreign language. So it's like, you know Latin, so it's easy for you to learn French. It's easy for you to learn Italian, but that doesn't mean you already know those languages. So we have to teach you that language. And if you're a beginner, this class is really designed for beginners and intermediate and advanced investors. So we break it down, right? And we go along that curve, you know, and so everybody can really understand and learn from this class. We basically give you our due diligence flow. So how we research tax liens, we show you how to do that. We make you walk through that, and then we give you that process. So we house that process in a workflow. And you now have that workflow so that now when you want to go and invest in tax liens, again, you just copy the workflow, right? And so you already have that. So that's a lot of times most people, you take a course and you learn the information, but you don't have the system. So we give you our system on how to invest in tax liens. Then one thing that most people don't understand is when you go to auction, you have to already know what your maximum bid is. And that's not just a guess. You have to understand the formulas that go behind creating a maximum bid. Because if you don't, I guarantee when you get to auction, you're going to overbid. Why? Because auctions produce adrenaline. You're excited. You don't want the other person to win. You want to win, you know, and so you will overbid. People, I've been doing this for years. I still have that inclination when I go to auction to win, right? I'm a competitive person. I want to win. No matter what. Win, 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 no matter what. All you do is win. So you have to have a max bid, and you have to work at becoming disciplined to stick to your max bid so that you don't lose out, right? So we teach you how to do that. And tax liens, in most states, you cannot get into the tax lien, the property, to see what's inside. So over the years, we have developed a way to estimate how much it's going to take to repair that property. So we teach you how to do that, how to estimate repairs or rehab costs without actually entering the property. We teach you how to do that. You get that in our course. We talk about exit strategies, help you determine what your exit strategy is, and really much, much more. So we have a video, but everybody can't see the video on all platforms. So what we will do is, if you're interested in seeing a video of this class, put your email or your phone number, send us your email or phone number. You can DM us if you're on Instagram, DM us your phone number, we'll text it to you, or if you want us to email it to you, whatever way you send it, we'll send it back. If you want it, in the DM, we can slide in your DM. TikTok, if you want the information, get us your information and we'll get this information to you. But the class is intensive. you know, all of our students rave about our class. You know, they walk away feeling cared for and understanding the process. You know, we're not leaving people behind. We're here. We're not going anywhere. You know, because I might be going somewhere. I'm training people to teach, but we're as a company not going. Look, they looking at me like I'm crazy. But we support you, you know, in this process. So, oh, and do we have any real estate agents out there? Any real estate agents out there? Because if you're a real estate agent, this course comes with, y'all ready? 14 CE credit hours. So if you're in Georgia, and I think the CE credit hours reciprocate in some states, I believe. I'm not for sure. Don't give me the line about that. Let me stop that. In Georgia, you get 14 CE credits. So, you know, that's, you know, really like over a third of what you need, right? So it comes with that as well. All right, so before I know wasn't Miss Marshall wanted the price? Miss Marshall, give me 1 second. Let me give you a little case study to get you excited. We have a student named Monica, right? Monica is so awesome, y'all. Monica took our class. Monica lives here in Georgia. She took our class, went to another state. Don't ask me what state, because we ain't giving all that information out. Monica don't want you encroaching on her territory. Unless you took the class, then we'll tell you. Well, Monica took the class here in Georgia, decided to go to another state, did her due diligence, came back to Georgia, bid online, and won her a property for $4,500 that was worth $271,000, right? This is awesome. She, you know, within 2 months, this is what she did. So she didn't do it in the class, but 2 months later, because she listened to what we said, she kept on, she took that system and kept using it and won a property. Don't y'all want to do that?
Yes.
Don't y'all want to do that?
Yes.
Don't do that. Now, one word of caution again before we go and before I tell y'all the price of the course. There is a father and son who are investors. Kerrville Wholeness bought a property in Florida for a tax lien property for $9,100. Now, they thought they had bought a villa that was worth $177,000. But what they actually bought was a strip of land that was like 6 centimeters wide that actually went through the house and the property for $9,000, folks. So for all of y'all who don't want to take this course or you know want to go do it on your own, be careful, right? Because you're gonna end up like the Wholeness family and you know losing almost $10,000, right? Because you didn't want to invest in yourself and your education. So how much is our course? We have a couple different experiences. We have a COVID safe environment in person. It's a small group of 14 people. And we also have an online experience. So it's up to you. We know some people, they don't want to come out. And we know some people feel like I can only learn in person. Like I'm not going to focus if I'm online, I'm going to be distracted. So I just want to come in person. So we have a small group class, but we don't have 14 seats in this class, folks. This class is almost sold out. We only have 4 seats left in the in-person class. So the cost for the in-person class is $1,499. Yes, that's $1,499. If you want to bring your spouse, you can bring your spouse for $799. If you have a business partner that you'd like to bring with you, that's $999, right? So it's a discounted rate after you buy your ticket to bring your spouse or your business partner. Now, some people want to bring their spouse and their business partner, so you can still get those ticket rates for that amount. So that is the cost for the in-person experience. Now, if you want the virtual experience is $11.99, and then you the spouse and business partner tickets are the same as well. So those are the two experiences, right? Now we also have a Go Live discount. Y'all hung out with us tonight, so you can get that discount. We also have a military discount. I'm a veteran, so all my veterans, you get your discount. Now, if you're a veteran, you have to contact us. You got to DM us. We don't give that discount out because you got some folks who will say they're a veteran and they're not. Contact us. You're gonna have to show that military ID or some type of paperwork, and we'll get you that discount code as well. But we do have a Go Live discount for Facebook, for TikTok, for Instagram, for YouTube, hanging out with us. We got a discount for y'all. The discount is 2D100. And that's going to give you $100 off the ticket price. So whichever experience you choose, you'll get $100 off. So hopefully, we showing y'all some love because we know you could be doing something else on this, Tuesday night or Wednesday night. Is it Tuesday?
I know it's Tuesday.
I mean, we on the beach. Right, we don't know.
That's what this gets you.
The
That's right there.
The days running into each other. All right, so, we appreciate that, for you hanging out with us. So, also, we have a replay. So I know, listen, I know y'all. Some of y'all saying, I wish you would have told me this 2 weeks ago because I'm not going to be able to make it, or I can't stay the whole class. We got you. We have a replay. Now, you have to purchase the class in order to purchase the replay. You can't just purchase the replay. But if you purchase the class, we have a replay for $399, and you can review if you missed an hour or two, or if you missed the whole day and you took the second day, or if you didn't make it any day, we have a replay video, right? And you can basically watch, the whole class over for $399. Even if you came both days, folks, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to get this replay video because we give you so much information. Trust me, your head is gonna be like, boom. Like, we are going very granular. This is not one of those overview courses. When you leave this course, you will have a system to go out and invest in tax liens. Like, I don't have time to play with y'all, so you literally get it. People wanted this information, they asked for it, like, can I get it in a quick method? And, we created a comprehensive course. So I encourage you to get the replay because I feel like you hear it the first time, but the second time you can hear the information at your own pace. You can go over your notes. You can, things you may have missed, things that you maybe didn't understand. I feel like it cements that. So I think that that's a great deal, and I really encourage you to buy it. So that's another option. So now, some people are going to say that, I don't know, I'm not ready. Let me tell y'all something. I can't tell you how many times some people hear about our course and then take that course like a year later. And literally, we have people like that, and they say, man, I wish I would have took this course when I first heard about it. And people, they most likely are paying a higher premium, right? We had somebody last week who said, I thought this course was $500. Yeah, a year ago it was when we launched it, right? But we understand the value we bring in, and people understand the value we bring in. So that was the launch price. Today we've been doing this for a year, and we got all the kinks out, and this is the price. So understand that, right? And so as we grow you know, we're going to be always adding more value, you know. And so this course used to be 1 day, folks. We made it 2 days to make sure people are getting the full value. They are getting the information. So, you know, I just want to say a year from now, you will wish you had started today. So really, what's stopping you from taking action today? Don't get in your own way. So, you know, I will leave you with this and say, who is ready to take their life to the next level? Who is ready to retire, to tell they to kick rocks? That was one of the happiest days of my life. And so my job to do this. They didn't want me to go. You know, they treated me bad. But I said it was time to go. They wanted to start treating me right. No, deuces. And I haven't looked back. I have not looked back, y'all. So who's ready to create that retirement plan, to create freedom, you know, to get that money, get that cheese, you know, and create financial freedom and be able to say yes when you want to say yes and no when you want to say no, right? I don't have to work with people. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't have to teach students I don't want to teach. Y'all hear me?
How about that?
I have in class said, here go your money. Goodbye. Why? Because when you come to this class, you must be coachable. I'm not here to just take your money. I'm here to get success stories. I'm here to create lifelong relationships of people who come back and say, guess what? Me and my family, we good now. We got 2 tax lien properties that's bringing us $2,000 a month. I'm happy to hear that. Some of my students, I have students sometimes that come back and be like, guess what? I have 2 tax lien properties. Some of our students we watched them buy 3 or 4 tax liens. That is so rewarding. So I really only want to work with people who are coachable, people who are ready to take action, you know, people who are excited. You know, I don't want y'all in class not participating, you know, not engaging, not, you know, doing the exercise. Don't come to class if you're going to be on Facebook at the same time you're on class. Don't even worry about it. So, but the point is, people, that I can pick and choose who I want to do business with, who I want to be around with, who I want to spend my money with, who I don't. And that is a beautiful thing, to be that free. And that is really, really what I want for you, because I have been in your seat watching somebody's live, watching somebody's video. I don't think they had live then though. Let's say watching somebody's YouTube video, you know, taking somebody's course and really hoping and praying, you know, from a place of having lost everything, that I could achieve financial freedom. And I understand what it's like to be there. So, you know, folks, you know, I've enjoyed it, having my cocktail with you all tonight and really giving y'all this information and, you know, rambling on. So who's ready to get signed up? That's all I want to know. Now, if you're ready to sign up, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to, how do we get them signed up?
We drop the link.
Oh, okay. You're going to go to fasttrack.gataxlienbootcamp.com. You're going to use the code 2D100. Y'all know what that means.
100?
Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means.
That's them dollars, baby.
That's how I act in class when I teach. That's the beauty of freedom. Like, I don't have to be on a corporate regiment. I don't have to, you know, dot my I's and cross my T's when I'm talking to y'all, you know. So that's what you got to do. So who went and signed up?
So if I live in another state, how can I sign up? How can I join the class if I live in another state?
So if you live in another state, you're going to use the same URL. You're going to use the same discount. and we're going to teach you the foundation of investing in tax liens. Then you can take that in your state and invest. You can take that. You may not want to invest in your state. Not all states are a good state to invest in tax liens. Now, that being said, you may want to invest where I live. You may want to invest one state over. That's the beauty of it. You may want to do online auctions. We basically give you the foundation of how to do that. And then you take that information and move it state to state or county to county, and we show you how to get that information that you need to invest in that place. Does that make sense? Like I said, we have students. Where's that person from that asked that question? We have students that are from all over that take our class.
Up from Nutton. She's actually, I love you, Up from Nutton. She's actually one of my favorite followers. She's on all of my lives every Thursday when I have Thirsty Thursday. She was saying that California is so like overrun.
Exactly. California is not the best state because California is, first of all, is a deed state, which means you get the property. Now, we all know the price of properties in California, right? Some of the highest real estate in the country. So in tax lien auctions, it is going to, so when you actually get the deed at auction, the price is going to be a higher amount, right, than in a tax lien certificate or redeemable deed state. So for a lot of people, they don't feel like California is a good place. Now, that being said, if you live in California, you got California money, you still have a good chance. Like I know in investors that live in California and invest in California, and they do very well. So it still is viable, but it's not the best place.
Yeah, she's in California, but she wants to invest in Illinois, she said.
Oh, tax lien certificate states. Yes. Okay. Well, we'll go over the basics of how to do that.
Money.
Yes. Right. And that's really, this is where my team is going to start looking at me crazy because they're like, oh, you put out so much information. But that is, to me, the best strategy. People who live in California, New York, with that California, New York money, to take that money and invest in, down south states where you can get properties for pennies on the dollar, where you can stretch that, But a lot of people are scared because they, I don't live there. Well, it's all about building a team. It's all about building people that can help you, take care of your assets and your property, right? Also, we also, in our class, we bring in experts to help you with your tax lien investing. So the tools that you'll need, for instance, if you need funding to take our class, if you need funding to purchase tax liens, we introduce you to those people. We have some experts coming. I don't know, is Dana on one of our lives right now? No? Okay, so we have an expert to come in, show you how to get money for tax lien investing. We have tax lien attorneys to come in and talk to you on the steps that you need to do to protect your tax lien assets. We have a retirement account special. I know Mike is not on here, but if he was, he would help you and show you how you can use your 401k, your IRA, and other type of retirement accounts to invest in tax liens. We have home sectors. Big shout out to Jot to show you, what you should be looking for. Like, we bring in experts to really make sure that you have the information that you need to invest in tax liens. And not to mention, you got Big Money Mo training. Absolutely. Mo, you still with us?
I don't see him right now.
Then you got the tax lien queen.
Information. I'm gonna be here. We're gonna have some fun. Woo-wee.
All right, so we try, and folks, I didn't give up the name of tax lien. Now, when I say I am modest, when I say I am introvert and don't like folks all in my business, that's me. And you know, my colleagues gave me that name, but they got questions when the fix and flip gurus have tax lien questions, when the real estate agents have tax lien questions, when the wholesaler and their wholesaler gurus have tax lien questions, they call me. They be like, I have a tax lien question. Can you help me? So they gave me the name, the tax lien queen, right?
Queen.
And what I would tell people is that over the years, I've developed a strong tax lien knowledge and game, but my game got stronger when I had to start teaching other people, right? Because people come with questions and I'd be like, okay, so I had to, over time, with my experience teaching, it just has really, 10x the game. So really want to just pour that into y'all, so I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and I'm out of here. I don't know what else to say other than y'all ready. So I don't know. I'm gonna pass the mic to the team.
All right. I think this has been an awesome night. I wish I could be there with you guys. Y'all look like y'all having a ball tonight. And y'all got the ocean that's waiting for you. That's 24/7. So awesome night. You guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. I'm looking forward to having y'all in class. It's this Saturday and Sunday, the 21st and 22nd. If y'all have any issues getting signed up tonight, just let us know. We'll be around for just a little bit. Other than that, we're going to call this thing a wrap and let the social media world know. Cam, let all your folks know on TikTok and YouTube that we have enjoyed them tonight. This has been a lively group.
Yeah. You guys, my team said they enjoy TikTok. They don't know nothing about TikTok, y'all. I had to go live. They don't know nothing about it, what we do on TikTok. But I'm trying to introduce Georgia Tax Lien Boot Camp to TikTok. We have a lot of fun, right? We have a lot of fun. We act stupid, crazy. We need to be political correct and all that. Guess what? We need to make some money. We need to make some generational wealth. So when we retire and get on this beach, we get on this beach, like, let me tell y'all, real true story, I'm not kidding. First of all, let me remind you guys, this is my niece. This is my oldest niece, okay? So it was many times she's like, hey, Kiki, come on, let's go to Myrtle Beach. I'm like, well, I gotta work. I can't get off work. And she was like, oh, no. Let me back up. She's like, well, hey, let's go to Myrtle Beach for the weekend. I'm like, well, I can't afford it right now. She's like, no problem. I got you. I'm gonna buy everything you need. I'm paying for the room. Then I have to turn around and say, well, I gotta work. You know what I'm saying? So now she like, I make my own hours and I make my own money. That's how I'm trying to be. And this is my niece, guys. When I grow up, I want to be like my niece. Listen, you heard me. Look at it. Don't she look like me, y'all? Don't she look like me? She ain't cool as me, but she do cooler. But she do look like me, y'all. But y'all, so I don't know if you guys saw my little commercials I did earlier, but yeah, so it's called Cocktails and Tax Liens. I think it's time for us to turn up the music and get some cocktails. Yeah. So I have but those of you that are still here that used to always gave me the wrong one. Drinking that one. You always hang out here Thursday Thursday. See, here's the thing. It's Tuesday, right? Can't have no drinks because you got to go work tomorrow. But when you start investing in these tax monies, you can drink any night you want to. Not that I'm encouraging alcoholism. Okay, you heard me. I'm not encouraging it. You did up for nothing. Take it down. What's up? See you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. We are starving though. We are starving. I want to hang out and have me. Y'all know what I'm drinking. Although I had to put it in a glass, but y'all know what I'm drinking. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Huh?
Y'all say good night to Instagram.
Good night, Instagram.
Good night,
Peace
YouTube.
and love. Boom spaghetti. Love you guys. All right, I'm out, y'all. I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget, spread the world. Spread the world? I'm thinking spread the world. Spread the word that the Boom Spaghetti Girl is back, baby. Thank you guys for all your support. I know it's only 2 of y'all on here, but it's 2 of my favorite people. I don't care. So I'm gonna act like it's 1,300 of y'all on here. Up from nothing.
Oh, did we tell her where the class would be?
All of y'all.
Deidre
Thank you
Fabric.
guys so much for supporting.
Our team is so awesome.
Real talk. Thank you. All jokes aside. Thank you guys for supporting me. I went through a lot. You guys were there for me. Peace and love, y'all.
Being a small business owner means I'm the CEO. Accounting is